We are live.
Welcome back to another edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your host, Conference directly from the booth, and we have to go all the way to find the only one from the West Coast, Michael Divillano.
What am I thinking right now, Pierre?
Thinking about what's happening with Chara.
Exactly.
That's crazy. We just finished the World Junior Championship daily show. It was a pretty great one. We have a lot on the plate right now for the NHL. We said yesterday morning it's going to be quiet, but it was quiet the last 24 hours prior to that. But be honest with you, the last 24 hours, it's not because it was not quiet anymore. It was really active, but more shocking. And that's maybe to finish 2020 and maybe the top 5 shocking news of the year, or the fact we stopped, hockey in March 13 and 2020. And then after that, the bubble situation, and then the Seattle expansion nickname, everything like that, all the way, right? But I think this was not coming from nowhere. I don't know.
Did you expect Chara to go back? I know you said you did, but I didn't really think he was going back. I thought that he might go for another team like Toronto or something.
Not at all. I'll be honest with you. I have no expectation, nowhere Chara to play somewhere else for many reasons. First, he lived there 14 years, this organization. Thirdly, captain, what he did for the organization, everything like that. I don't.
It doesn't make sense.
Don't Sweeney have to give me a reason why, because I don't get it. And what the formation they have right now, Boston maybe be out of the picture for the playoff.
I mean, they've got Krejci with an injury. They've got Pasternak with an injury. Are they starting camp?
They have Martian and Pasternak with injuries.
Marchand, okay.
Yeah. Now, go back on the dead defenseman on the left side. Who's the best defenseman right now?
Oh, on their team, it's McAvoy.
No, on the left side.
Oh, I don't know.
It's Krejcik. Krejcik, what's his last name?
Oh, Grzelcyk or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. All right. The second best for them. Do you know who it is? He's a French-Canadian guy.
But has he even played in the NHL?
Lauzon.
How many games has he played?
40.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Let's go back to the third one over there.
Guy couldn't even get in the top 6. John Moore.
All right. And now on the right side, McEnvoy.
Legit.
And then the big guy,
Carlo is really good.
Carlo. All right. But again, they don't have anything on the left side.
How good is Lauzon? I'm not even can't even say. They let 2 premier defensemen go, right? They let Krug go, and you can say what you want about Chara, but he's still capable of logging.
Michael, he played over 20 minutes per game.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's slow, I can understand that, but physicality is this there. He's still there.
Yeah, he's in
his leadership is still there. His prison is still there. Remember, he got hurt during the playoff with a puck on his face.
Right.
Right? So he used a mask. What he did the next game, he sit on the bench all game to be there with the players, to join the team, to be sure he bring his leadership on the bench.
Yeah.
Then he's showing up on the ice, he get a standing ovation.
You can't even give that guy $1 million.
$795 million, not 1 million.
Like,
so, Don Sweeney,
it's like crazy.
Don Sweeney, step up, tell you fans for the Boston Bruins, because I don't like them anyway, but tell them why you did not bring this player. Why are the reason right now, why you didn't bring this? Your captain of your team did 14 years over there, and for why you did not do that? You have no player on your left side right now. Can that place for Tony Krug and Zdeno Chara?
It's
sorry,
crazy.
but you are wrong right now, Don Sweeney.
Well, he's done things before that have surprised us, right? I think the culture.
You can go with him. You can go with Cam Neely. Listen.
Yeah. Well, but
Chara is a legend, an icon inside that team.
Exactly.
And the first thing you said with Chara, said, hey, how much do you need? What do you want to do? What do you need to do? Now, Why
they're
you
a weird
left?
team. They're not a loyal group. What does this say to Bergeron? What does this say to Krejci? When it's your time to go, we're going to tell you when it's time to go. You can go wherever the
Remember, listen, Michael. Remember when Crawford left Chicago?
Who?
Crawford?
Which Crawford?
Corey Crawford.
Chicago. Yeah, Corey Crawford.
Right? So when he left, what happened in the next day? You see players like Patrick Kane, Brock, Keith, and those guys was upset about that move.
They should be.
Yes. It's the same thing with Chara. We didn't hear anything from Bergeron. You don't go to hear anything. Bergeron is always a nice, classy player, right? But I'm telling you right now, Marchand, Batsnack, all those guys, they shake their head right now and say, what the heck happening here?
So do you want to know what Jonathan Taves' illness is?
It was a lethargic something. I'm not remember this.
I thought it was disappointment.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I think that, you're showing Boston's always had a weird thing. They have probably, the cheapest owner by reputation and the most revenue, very profitable franchise. They've done weird things, like they've eaten their own. Let's go down the list over history. Joe Thornton.
But again, I don't like that team. I always hate that team. And I can tell you my expression as a fans right now. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about the human being, what the player did for this organization, everything like that. I can see players leaving like Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau. I can go all the way. Wayne Gretzky got traded. Chara can move. I understand that part of there.
Yeah, but that's not it. It's not a loyalty thing.
The circumstance, Michael, is the circumstance, the situation. I don't get it. You know what I mean? When Patrick Marleau left, you have a backup players. You have the young coming up. You have all those kind, the player behind. Joe Thornton is 42 right now. He cannot change anything what San Jose. I can understand that. But let Chara leave the team with nothing behind, no backup, nothing behind him.
No,
I don't get it. I really don't get it for the prize. For the prize, not for he requests $4 million. He said, you know what? You can go. But the guy don't want to ask anything.
So I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that when you have a captain like that, the guy defined your franchise. He won you a championship. You let him do whatever the hell he wants. And it's not like he's hurting you. He's helping you. People are still scared of that guy.
Do you see the tweet of TJ Oshie?
No, what'd he say?
So he put a picture where he's get ramp in the board by Chara, and he said, "Welcome, welcome, Big Z on our team. Now I'm glad not going happening anymore." And look, like that's the one there. That's the one of the
Like, look at Tom Wilson.
Yeah,
what he said.
So
they know Tom Wilson's like a very scary guy.
I'll be honest with you. This not make the Washington Capital win the Stanley Cup, but that make them higher level chance to win the Stanley Cup because put him on the ice with Wilson.
Oh my God! You're not doing anything.
Do not try to hit Backstrom or hit Ovechkin or run after those guys because you're going to hear, you know what I mean? Look,
Ovechkin's a monster too, Pierre.
6'9", 250.
Like, think of Ovechkin, how strong he is.
You've got to know. That's maybe how the bad move from Sweeney. We have to give credit for Washington Capital manager there.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't know how this happening.
Well, I mean, I think you have to look beyond the age with this guy. Like, he's what he is, right? Like Brendan Dillon is no small guy. He makes Dillon look little. But listen, this is going to really help them. You could see what they were doing when they tried to bring in Lundqvist. Lundqvist would have been
well on the chair over there. He's going to wear the chair number 4, right on the left side. The second pair of the defensemen. They have always. You have Johnny Carlson with Dillon, and then you have Orlov with Chara. And now we know that the injury at Kempney, He's not going to start the season. He's injury. So they have the two defensemen, the young defenseman over there. Jensen is going to be there. And you have
Well, he's
Justin
gonna go older,
Schultz
right?
over there. So I don't see Chara as 5 and 6. I think he's going to go more 3 and 4.
I don't think so.
You know what I mean?
I think
And
he'll
then
be 5-6. Like
and
Orlov,
again, I'll be honest with you. Remember, it's a 56 game schedule. He's going to
True.
be back to back game. He's maybe not play all the time, but again, just his presence, sit on the bench.
well, this is the thing that strikes me is because this team is known for partying more than working, like literally partying. And I mean, again, I'll go back to the quote from Nicholas Backstrom after they won the cup. And he says, look, we finally worked as hard as we party, and look what happens.
Yeah.
Chara ain't putting up with anything.
But again, Chara on PK, who do you put?
But I'm not even, like I'm saying off the ice, Chara will not put up with that team screwing around. And nobody's going to say no to him. Because off the ice,
who's going to bring more the maturity for the team, for the Capitals.
Huge. And he's going to demand it. And who's going to say no to him?
So that's my point behind that part over there. I think you're absolutely right. I think that's what it said. Washington stepped up. They elevate their chance to go the favorites of the NHL now because of that situation. They have a great lineup over there. Look about the players over there. Look, Ovechkin, Kusanov, Wilson, Oshie.
Varna is like underrated.
I think Varna is more what he is. And then Eller play a good over there. And we don't talk, right now, look, their lineup, you did not mention any young player of this organization yet. And they have some of them right now you can add on that lineup to be there. So that gives you an idea. And when you have a scorer 40, 50 goals per year, consistency year after year like Ovechkin, and you have that kind of Chara in the back. And I believe we don't give enough credit for Samsonov. And I think Greg Anderson is going to bring his experience to play 20 games more to any other goalie. We know the loss of Eric Lundqvist for sure. But still, I think Anderson can bring that kind of quality standard for them. So,
great move for Chara. McMichael and Lapierre, like, you never know.
I don't think Lapierre can make it, honestly. But again, it's a great move for the Washington Capitals. Sure. Great for them. Let's move on. We have a couple of news around the league for sure. During that day when Chara left over there, we talked also about a little bit later, Derrick Brassard, Mr. Traveler, because he played for many teams for the last couple of years, signed and decided to go now to on the Sunshine and go to Arizona Coyotes for 1 year. The contract was not disclosure. I don't know if you know about.
Hold on, let's see.
I think it was 1.4. I could be wrong.
Oh, was it that high?
I think so. I could be wrong. Again, this is just coming my mind. I'm sorry.
$1 million.
$1 million. So he signed $1 million. He played, with New York Islanders, Pittsburgh, Ottawa Senators,
New York, Ottawa.
New York, you know what I mean? So, like I said, he's a minister traveling for the last couple of years. Listen, if he's accept his role, if he know what he have to do, and now he accept, he's what, 35 maybe now? 33. So he's going to be joint experience with the lineup for the Coyotes. Third line is good. If he start to become a second line, I don't think so. But again, he's
I think that his numbers were suppressed in the Islanders. I mean, even the year he moved around, the guy had 14 goals. And then you look the year before, he had 21.
Yeah, but he's become now. He became more like a defensive more now. He become a two-way. I think a 10 goal per year. That's why he should be 12.
Really? No, I think you'll get more. Well, I mean, in 56 games, you'll get 10 goals. I think he can still produce offensively. There's nothing wrong with him.
I did not see this. Listen, he was not great on the playoff. Did not play well in the playoff. He was healthy scratch on the playoff. I think he's on the next now. The way. A 10 goal for me is a 10 goal max per year. He cannot bring more. But again, at that moment, at $1 million, whatever it is, the contract, it's okay. And he go with Now he can maybe produce a little bit more because now he's play with a team where he has no centers.
That's what I'm saying. Like in Arizona, he's
You
going to
know,
get an opportunity. They got rid of Steppen. So
well,
now
of
you've
course, he's
got,
going to get more opportunity versus Islanders. I just said his role should not be the role what the Coyotes expect as a 33 years old, like he is. I think
he's
he
not
lost a couple of
really.
speed.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
I think he's still there, but we're going to find out. I think he'll get a really good chance in Arizona, and I think he probably produces better than he did with New York.
and again, my statements coming for what I said during the playoff for the New York Islanders 25 game. I did not see the level of what he was. He played behind those two big center. But again, I think
They're very specific style, though, too.
yeah. So another thing I saw yesterday was a ELC, an entry level contract deal from the Carolina Hurricanes signed Jimison raise 3 years at 3.67. But again, this is just like the total annual with bonus and everything like that. He get 832 years per year. So at the end of the day, it's only like 24 million,
We're not too
2.4.
worried about that. But
That,
I think, what do you think of the Vince Dunn contract? Because I thought it was a little low.
which one?
The Vince Dunn contract at
Well,
one
that's
point.
the next one's coming now for the today.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Blues signed the defenseman, 24 years old, at $1.875 million. It's a contract extension of him.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think he was unrestricted, or he was restricted, wasn't he?
yeah. So, but they call it like a contract extension. So I don't know where this is coming
No,
from.
he's a restricted free agent. So he was restricted. He was coming off his entry level deal. This guy had 23 points. Now I think he's got defensive issues sometimes, but he's a top 4 for them. So it's kind of interesting. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, maybe it's just a bridge, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the bridge. He has 23 point in 9 goals, 14 assists, 71. He's 24 years old. But again,
he's played a lot.
For me, he has to get better on the defensive side. He has to get that level. Look, for me, it's a good contract for.
That's a really good contract.
It's under $2 million. That's where you should be at that moment for me.
So? I think he's way underpaid. Look at his numbers, Pierre. The guy had 35 points again 23 this year.
I'm sorry?
He had 35 points and 12 goals, 9 goals this year as a defenseman, and he's a plus 15 and plus 14.
But again, his defensive side is not where it is. Now, if you talk about the goals, everything like that, they don't have enough money to pay him at $3 million yet. It's only 24. Now, usually when you are RFA, right?
Is he restricted after this?
But what's happening now, he's going to get more because RFA at 24, usually you get a bridge contract for 2 years or 3 years to bring you to the UFA in the next 2-3 years. So that's why he got only 1 year at $1.8 million, because now he's going to go back again on negotiation next year on the RFA. So it's an advantage for both part of them, more for him, because now he said, look, I produced X number. I did this for you guys. Now I get that kind of money, or I can go somewhere else where I can get money for more, everything like that. Now he's behind Tony Crook. He's behind Justin Falk over there. Then you have the big guy over there, the defenseman,
Parenko is so good, yeah.
Right.
So that's interesting. So he'll still be RFA. So I think it's a really good deal for St. Louis. But he'll get his money later.
Exactly. Exactly. I think at the end of the day, he still needs to get more. Like, he's not bad, right? He still, he have 82 points and 224 regular season game behind those defensemen in front of him. So he produced, 11-point playoff in 29 games. So he helped a lot of the Blues.
More points, Pierre, than Justin Falk.
He got a COVID contract. That's how I called it.
Absolutely. Look at Falk versus him. Like Falk had 5 goals and 11 assists, and he had 9 and 14. And Falk was a -3. There's a guy
Look what Sona got.
6.5, man,
Right.
versus this guy for 1.8. That's a deal.
Well, that's the mistake. If you talk about Armstrong, one mistake he did. First of all, I would not trade to Justin Falk at any moment.
Nope. And then look at he's so close to Pareko's numbers.
Yeah. So that's every I always the timing. Every manager in NHL have a black eye some point somehow. And that's one I think from Armstrong he did, and I can go for every manager. Every manager make 1, 2, 3 black eyes during their career as a manager, and sometimes they it don't help. So listen, this is a good signature for both. We're going to wait for Barzal. We have to wait for Pierre-Luc Dubois. That's maybe the big and then we have to see what happening with Harmonic and also Vatanen. Boston have to do something there. I think they have to get one of the two there.
Gonna find out.
So that's other news happening yesterday also is Piqué Subban.
Poor Piqué, yeah.
Here's my point here.
Let's hear about Piqué Subban playing hockey next year. That'd be great.
So I'm not a matchmaker, but my question to you is this part. You are Lindsey Vonn.
Yeah.
You date Tiger Woods, then you go with Piqué Subban, and both of them end the relationship after 3-4 years. So my question is about where is Lindsey Vonn, because who's next?
Well,
so you have to look. Now you have to look for an athlete, sport professional. You have to be a black man.
Maybe.
And you have to make money. So who is the next?
Like a lot of people? I don't know.
She go from golf to hockey. Now we need to look for football players or
soccer,
basketball players.
Badminton. I don't know. But I think the one good thing is after Lindsey Vonn, Tiger Woods' career came back. Maybe Piqué Subban's will.
No. No. I will tell you why right away. And listen,
I know nothing about any of these things.
To become a great athlete and to grow to reach the greatness and everything like that, you cannot be distracted with other things outside your sport.
Yeah, Piqué is very distracted.
And Piqué have like companies do podcasts, do shows, and everything like that. This guy is going to make more money. He's going to be more produce in his rest of his life when he's going to start to play hockey and focus on what he loves to do, is to be the guy in front the camera, everything like that. That's who he is, and nothing wrong there. But again, he's a
player still. I hope he bounces back. I mean, he's not our favorite type of player. Like he is what he is. It's his style is his own, right? Which is fine. But I don't know. I hope for New Jersey's sake that he plays well.
Yeah, I think that will be a plus for the team. I think they need him. He has still only one more year to finish this part, so it will be very interesting. We don't have any another news happening, but very close. Nobody knows about, and I cannot remember the team. You have to help me. But Dan Girardi become a personal development coach in NHL. And I apologize because I cannot remember the name of the team. I'm sorry. Yes, he got a job as an assistant personal coach. I'm everywhere, jumping left and right, Twitter and Instagram, and every news I got, and I got that news somewhere somehow between couple of whatever happening. All the news, everything like that. The second news I want to mention to you is like another news, like the star for the New Jersey Devils, talk about the team, is their star young man, Nico Ishier is not going to start the training camp. He's out for the training camp about his leg injury, I believe, happening. That's something we have. I don't think he's going to missing a lot of weeks, but it's something you have to pay a little bit more attention about him. The
Well,
situation over
they
there.
were starting early, right? They're one of the teams doing training camp early.
So again,
They were one of the teams doing training camp early.
yes. So talking about the missing, you know what I mean? Like the wait for the 7th team NHL did not make the playoff start. Right now, Anaheim Ducks, Buffalo Sabres, Detroit Red Wings, Los Angeles Kings, the New Jersey Devils, the Ottawa Senator, and the St. Louis Sharks will open their respective training camp Thursday with physical and meeting and administrative protocol before getting on the ice for the first practice tomorrow.
Well, San Jose is a really weird situation because they're going to not only can they not do training camp at home, they might not be able to play at home.
They are in Arizona right now.
Yeah.
And it's whatsoever happening, they will play in Arizona. If it's
games, right?
They would play there if it's the case happening. They're still working on the plan, but that's what happening. So
Santa Clara County, what a joke.
So that's opening up in NHL today. That's what I heard. I don't know anything else. I don't know. And again, I'm going to refresh this website because every time I'm leaving, or I mentioned to you, I get screwed because you have a new signature. But the only one today is the Vince Dunn for the Blues, St. Louis Blues, $8.8 million. I think is good money there. Glad to see Jack Hagel is excited. Glad to see Taylor Hall is excited. So they have a lot of good news over there.
Well, it'd be good if they play and Taylor Hall stays healthy.
Yeah. That would be very interesting about that one over there. All right, the last news, and I took a note here. It's a AHL coming back February 5th.
Oh, the
AHL Hockey League start February 5th.
Yep, I saw that. So that'll be interesting.
So again, I shake my head because I have the note here in front of me. Dan Girardi, player coach development. I don't know which team.
Let's look here. It's got to be on there. Buffalo. Yeah.
Here we go. So I got the news. I just didn't know the name of the team. I apologize for that one over there. But again, good players. Played 13 years in NHL with New York Rangers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, 6-1. He was pretty good during his time. He's 36 years old. And, hopefully we're helping more coaches, more people. And I know it's not a sport hockey, but I want to mention, I believe the sport in general changing, like the human world is changing to give more opportunity for the woman on many ways, on many jobs, and this many area. But I was proud to hear yesterday the first woman as a coach in the NBA won the game for the San Jose. Coached the team San Antonio Spurs yesterday after the ejection of the head coach Popovich. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't. Again, I don't know. I don't follow too much, but I would not be surprised if Craig Popovich, on his mind, have a possibility to get out of the game, one game, to get that kind of situation. He's a kind of person like this where he can open up more. And I think he took advantage of this to get out of the game, to give that chance for the woman.
Because he's usually
very calm, very nice. Very
calm, Greg Popovich. So I don't know, who knows?
And the woman I'm talking about is honestly, it's Becky Hammond.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not said, she don't deserve it. I just feel like, she deserved everything she did. She won her situation, everything like that.
How many times has Greg Popovich been ejected?
Not many, I'll be honest with you.
It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's speculation for me, so whatever.
Not many, because I can check right now.
For a head coaching job.
So, but he is what? How many years? They have 20-something years.
How old is he?
So, You
He
know,
was
as
hired.
you open the door for that part of the year, because I already believed women should be a part of those sport and hockey, football, baseball, whatever the sport, be a part of this. I think we can learn, we can get better. And
They have the WNBA too. I mean,
yeah, and referees getting more there and everything like that. So look, it was a great show today. A lot of activity. I believe now that we're going to go back more because the NHL is back on the ice now. Start tomorrow. First practice for the 7th team, and then the 24 team start after that. A couple of days later, and great time, Michael. Great time. Excited about that. The World Junior today, and the NHL is back this time of the year right now. Why not to start the 2021 the right way with hockey back in the house?
yep, we got lots of hockey coming up, so I'm excited. Today should be a big day.
Exactly. So thanks again, Hockey Nation fans, to follow up with us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for sure in the different platform we are on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, everything like that. And we try to bring the very breaking news we can get or from any direction in the hockey world. And again, Mike, can't wait to see the 3 game today of the World Championship. We wish everybody have an amazing, great last day of 2020, whatever it was, good, bad, or ugly, or 2020. Be ready for 2021. It's going to be an amazing year. It's coming, and be safe, stay strong, and let's have some great time in hockey, Michael.
See you next year.
See you next yeah. See you next year, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Have an amazing, great Thursday, everybody.